Almost 20 months to the day since George Floyd was killed, and a little over 9 months since Derek Chauvin's guilty verdict on state charges of murder and manslaughter. A federal trial for the 3 other former police officers involved in Floyd's death began with opening statements. Just a handful of protesters braved the freezing temperatures. Tou Thao, J. Alexander King and Thomas Lane are charged with depriving Floyd of his civil rights by failing to give him medical aid during the deadly police encounter in May 2020. King and Thao also face an additional charge of failing to intervene when Chauvin used unreasonable force as he kneeled on Floyd's neck for over 9 minutes. All have pleaded not guilty to the federal charges. Federal prosecutor Samantha Chappell said in her opening statement that the officers ignored their duties and didn't lift a finger to help Floyd. She explained that officers are required under the Constitution to protect people in their custody, and that if they see another officer abusing a suspect, that they must intervene, and that failure to do so is a crime. But defense lawyers told the court that although events that day were a tragedy, that did not mean the actions were criminal. King's attorney, Thomas Plunkett, stressed his client was a rookie officer and told the jury to use common sense when coming to their decision. Lane was a rookie as well. Some of George Floyd's relatives were among a small number of people allowed inside to witness the proceedings.
Every day I see my brother, he's always on trial. It's never the police officers. It's never their fault. He was basically carrying the weight for the world when he had those officers on him because of systemic racism that plagued our nation for years.
It was hard watching that video of my uncle. It was a decision not to give him help. That wasn't an accident. They didn't give him help. Somebody needs to be held responsible and accountable. Chauvin's been held accountable. It's time that these other 3 officers, former officers, be held accountable.
The judge has said he expects this trial to run about 1 month, while all 3 officers still face another state trial on charges of aiding and abetting Floyd's murder. That case is set to begin in June. Dan Williams, CGTN, St. Paul, Minnesota.